children was murdered, and I use that word, murdered, because it has never been solved. 13 children dead and not a word said.
It's a new cross.
Yeah. And the way the Prime Minister of the day sent a second-hand message through Sybil Phoenix, and yet sent a message direct to the people in Dublin, showing where the priorities were. Racism was in full flow. And I think that was another watershed. And we used our premises as headquarters to organise for the Day of Action, March 2nd. And I think that we took about 5 charabancs full of people down from our area northwest. And we'd done the banner, and it was really intense, and I like that kind of thing. Well, no, I felt that it was worthwhile.
I think it was one of the most successful campaigns I think we've ever launched. It helped bring to the awareness of a lot of people what was happening with black people in terms of the racist attitudes of some of the people in Britain. And a campaign was mounted. A lot of it took place at the Abyssinde. And eventually we were asked to go to London to support the family. And we went down however we could, but there were hundreds of us that went down there. And we demonstrated, we walked all over. And as we passed several schools whilst on the march. And the school children, they just jumped out of the windows, because they wanted to be a part of it. We were at home, and we heard on the news that Moss Side had gone up in flames. So of course, we all gathered. And some of the young people who were being beaten up were quite well known to us. And the obvious thing to do was to try to help some of them in any way we could.
One of the things that I was very proud of was when, after the uprisings in Manchester, all the funded projects, yes, had to keep very quiet. Because we was independent, we said we will open our building. And we got doctors, lawyers, nurses. We didn't have no money because we had a payphone, so everybody was begging 5-penny pieces off. And so we was able to man the phone. And we run it on a rotation basis. And we was able to help our people, and there was a play. Then after that, 2 days after that, other people started to do the same. But we shamed them into doing it. We, a group of poor women that everybody despised, and we was actually able to do that.
I'd met Kath properly about 6 months before that, and for me, coming from a white area and moving to Moss Side, Kath had also been through uprisings before in the 60s, so it felt for me like she was somebody that could quite easily organise us, and was bullyish in the way she did that as well, because some of us were working and getting paid work in the community, but none of our organisations, because we was all funded by local authorities, could actually open the buildings up to allow people in. And I remember Kath saying that that's the only place we've got, and we've got Abyssinde, and nobody ever gives us anything, so we're not answerable to anybody. So that was why it could be opened up.
For Kath, the important thing, she always used to say, the state does not pay you to oppose it.
That's right.
And if you understand that, then you understood Kath, where she was coming from. The state never pays you to oppose it.
Several times we've had meetings with the council about the condition of the building, and I remember one distinct meeting that we went to. We met with them 10 years before, and they came back this time and they said, right, we'll send someone round. And Kath was in that meeting, and she said, yeah, 10 years ago I sat down and heard you saying the same thing. And I think they were taken aback by it.
A lot of changes have taken place in Moss Side since 1992, when Kath died. And one of the worrying aspects of the redevelopment of Moss Side is the way in which it seems that they've dissipated much of what we've constructed over the years and much of what Kath had done to actually bring the community together.
But that is placing it too external, Paul, because I do believe, there are important external factors which has resulted in us losing a lot. But I also think as a community, we need to find out how did we contribute
to that. Yes.
To that. It's too easy to look outside.
Yes.
You know, and okay, we haven't got the economic power, but it doesn't mean to say that we're powerless.